What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Double A Hef here with another dose of the Truth Scope. So as you can see, I'm doing a video. I think this is the first video I'm doing featuring I almost said Jason Tatum, Officer Tatum, the YouTube channel Officer Tatum. I tune into what he has to say sometimes. What I will say about his channel overall is that I don't really plug in, to all of that stuff, because when you listen to people like him, what you'll find is that, it's always quote unquote political, which is my team this, that team that, yada, yada. Now, with that being said, from the perspective of an objective observer, which is what I am, I can sit here and say, hey, yeah, don't get me wrong. People on the left definitely are trying to push some crazy agendas that are just like, you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that, you have to adopt the whole mentality of my team this, my team good, that team bad, yada, yada. All right. That's not where you want to be. Unless it's about the team of Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying? And all the against all the demonic shit. So that should be the only team that you're worried about. So anyway, I was watching this video, and as you can see, I got pretty far to the end of it, and I was just listening. But then when around this time of the video, he actually started to hit on some things, and I said, you know what, that is 100% correct. That's what I've been saying, and I want to use this video as a reference to further highlight what's going on in the quote-unquote black community. Because for those of you who don't know, or those of you that are new to the channel, yes, I'm from Brooklyn, New York, Bed-Stuy, very close to Brownsville, Marion. If anybody that's out there is wondering, Marion is where I'm from. Spend a lot of time around Roosevelt Projects, Brevoort Projects, went to PS 81, all that stuff. And then, my family moved out to the suburbs in Jersey. And, at the time I was like, I was not cool with that. I was like, what the hell? Why the hell are we going to Jersey for? Like, you know what I'm saying? But obviously, life is a journey, and you go through, you get greater perspective on things. You get to look back, reflect. And it's one of the best decisions that was ever made for me. I didn't make the decision, but that decision was made for me. And I can look at my life and say, you know what? And not about the whole victim mentality nonsense, just about knowing the hood and knowing what type of personality I had, as a youngster growing up. And that would not have boded well for me had I remained there. So I digress. I bring that up to say this. I can offer perspective from both sides, from someone in the hood and also someone that's lived in the suburbs. So keep that in mind as we play this video.
They robbing these old people. They don't care. People live in a utopia. They don't care. In the hood, they don't care about you being black. There ain't no love for you. They'll kill you. They'll run up on you and smoke you in broad daylight and don't.
And that is true. That is true. They don't care about you being black in the quote unquote in the hood. It's not like, oh, hey, we got to look out for ours. You know what I'm saying? We black, we all black. You know what I'm saying? We live next to each other. Look, when you in the hood, look, I'm going to tell you this. And this is 100 right here. Ready? When I was growing up, the only quote unquote white people I knew was Puerto Ricans. And I didn't even know that there was a difference at the time. I didn't even know. The only quote unquote real quote unquote white people I ever seen in my life outside of the Puerto Ricans would have been my doctors, you know what I'm saying, and people at the hospitals and shit like that. I didn't see a quote unquote regular ass white person outside of TV and the doctors, and not counting Puerto Ricans, until I moved to Jersey. So you got to keep in mind, with this whole quote unquote pro black message and all sorts of shit. At the end of the day, look, when all you see is black, That's all you see. There's no distinction in anything. You start to conjure up these new distinctions and false distinctions, like, oh, them niggas live over there, or oh, them niggas bang this, or them niggas bang that, or you look for ways to draw lines in the sand, basically. And I'm not sitting here saying that as like that's the reason for all of this stuff. And we need to be able to understand it and coddle that situation. No, I'm not saying it for that. I'm saying it to just objectively, like that. That is what I have observed. Now, being out in the suburbs, when I see quote unquote black people, obviously it's at a much lower frequency than when I lived in the hood. You know what I'm saying? So now when I see quote unquote black people, it's different. It's more or less like, I can see you. I see that you have a hue that resembles mine, and I look at you, you look at me, I give you the nod, and you give me the nod, and then we keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's up. And if I know that if anything were to pop off, you know what I'm saying, I should have at least one nigga out here with me. You know what I'm saying? To not let some shit go crazy, and vice versa. But when you live in the hood, it ain't the same. When you're in the hood and you walk down the street, especially from where I'm from, in Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? You walk down the street, you get a nigga like what up? The nod, like what up? You know what I'm saying? And then that shit could just spark some whole other shit. Especially if you don't know that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And that's some shit that you don't want. So there's a narrative that's being put out there, being spun that, black unity and black and this and that. You cannot unify under quote unquote black. You just can't. It will never fucking happen. It'll never happen. And excuse my language, but it will never, ever happen. You will never, mark my words, see unity under black, aka quote unquote black unity. It will never happen.
Don't care. All of that black stuff do not matter when you live in the hood. They are the biggest threat to you. It's other black people if you live in the hood. It ain't no code to say, oh, man, I ain't going to hurt my brother. But if a white guy comes to... No, bro, they killing each other every day. Young black men are taking each other's lives on gang initiation stuff. All you got to do is look up Chirac. They got...
Exactly. And I think I've spoken about this before in the past, and if not, I'm doing it now. It's... Growing up in the hood, you know who to look out for. And it ain't the police. You know what I'm saying? Unless unless you got something on you, or you moving like that, then yeah, you gotta look out for them, but they not coming to kill you, you know what I'm saying? Only niggas that's coming to kill you is the niggas that look like you, quote unquote. And that's just straight cheese. That's how it is. And I know a whole bunch of the pro-blackity blacks out here, the fucking Umarites are going to be out here like, this Uncle Tom nigga, this all that and the third. Look, if you don't like it, it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? The truth hurts. Period. The truth hurts. And on this channel, this show, the Truth Scope, there's going to be a lot of hurt. I really don't give a damn, to be honest with you. I've been doing this I've been doing podcasting for 2 years now, a little over 2 years, I guess. I got over 200 something videos, all just telling the damn truth. And I see the comments. I don't read them all the damn time, but I see them. All the nonsense, all the vigor that gets directed towards me, and the truth, basically, not even towards me, it's the truth. But what happens is people know that they can't attack the truth. So instead of attacking the truth, they'll attack the person. They'll attack the speaker of the truth. And we see that all throughout history. All throughout history. All right, let me repeat that for y'all. When people are confronted with the truth, they know that they cannot defeat the truth because the truth is it is solid. That's what it is. So instead of trying to, defeat something that they know that they can't, they'll try to bring down or discredit the messenger. And we see that again all the time across all different spheres in this world. We see it all the time.
Chicago gang wars that's unbelievable to me. It's unbelievable. They're tallying up how many kills they got, different gangs, doing drive-bys, retaliating. Every night kids are dying in the street. Innocent bystanders. But the politicians don't care. They don't care. They rather sell you a bill of goods than actually fix the problem. They rather get the masses to donate to them and get you to think that it's police that are the problem. But people in the city know that it ain't the police. And they don't get no representation by anybody. Hope they vote different. These Democrats, these people, they just run your city.
Look, I'll tell you this. True story. Living in the hood, you gotta lock your doors and your windows. You have to. All right. I mean, a good rule of thumb is, to always lock your shit up, right? Always, right? Because you never know what could happen. But in the hood, for sure, my nigga, you better lock your shit up. You know what I'm saying? And keep your chain tucked. You know what I'm saying? You gotta move. Unless you want problems. You know what I'm saying? If you want problems and you like that, you about it, and you know what I'm saying, you're willing to die any day, any moment, any minute for your chains or whatever jewelry it is, so you're gonna just flaunt it, stuff like that. Then hey, you know what, man? I just don't think that's wise. But back to what I was saying about locking up the doors in the hood, that's a mandatory. It's a mandatory that needs to happen, right? And in the suburbs, at night I lock my doors and stuff like that. Are my windows locked per se at night? No, not really. But the doors for sure. You feel me? And you must ask yourself the question. Now, if you only live in the hood, then that's different. You know what I'm saying? But if you've experienced the different areas, then ask yourself this question, and then try to formulate an answer. Why are the locks being turned on in the hood and not in the suburbs? Well, we must think. What's going on in the hood that's not going on in the suburbs? Now, if you let the BLM tell you, oh, you know what I'm saying, it's the crooked ass cops. But look, there's cops in every town, every city, right? Every town, every city got some type of law enforcement. So are you making the case that only the racist, prejudiced cops get employed in the quote unquote black neighborhoods? Because if that is the case that you're trying to make, which is the case that a lot of them try to make, then we must say, okay, well, one, do you truly believe that these people come from everywhere just to police here because they're racist, or this place where they would maybe consider the minority just breeds so much breeds so many racist people? I don't think that makes any sense either. That's not really believable. Or why don't we have enough quote unquote black men from the area that's being policed by people not from the area? Why don't we have more representation that way? Now, if you ask that question to any quote unquote super wokey woke, right, what's going to happen is they're going to give you a whole bunch of word salad, word soup. You're going to have leftovers from all that word shit that they're going to throw at you. At the end of the day, the reality is, I don't see quote unquote black men being cops at a high clip, or at least one that would show hey, we are the majority demographic in this area, or we're at least split in this area. So, so we don't see that happening. We don't see that being the case. So why aren't quote unquote black men doing that? Why not? I'll tell you why. Because you don't hear rap songs about, oh yeah, I made my neighborhood a better place by becoming the cop and, keeping guns out of the streets and drugs out of the kids' hands. You don't hear that. You hear, on the contrary, you hear the opposite. So it's ingrained in the quote unquote culture. Many people, especially quote unquote liberal Caucasians, will tell you, oh, the black culture, hip hop culture, and they use those terms synonymously. Look, if you think that's your culture, or if you think that's any type of culture to like have any type of quote unquote pride in or uphold, you need to re-examine who you are in your life and what the hell you're about. Period. Full stop. That's period. There's no further discussion about. But no, none of that. If you think hip hop culture is a real thing and something that, don't get me wrong, it is a real thing, but it's not a real culture. Hip hop culture is a real thing. That's a thing. We see it all throughout the United States. We see little quote unquote white boys out here, like trying to, embrace it and all that stuff. That's not a real culture. All right. It's a thing. Yes. Quote unquote black culture. Again, it's just used synonymously with hip hop culture. It's a thing, but it's not a real culture. All right. Cultures don't bring you to your demise. They don't bring you to your demise. Cultures help grow and sustain your demographic, basically, for lack of better terms. All right, y'all with me? If y'all with me, smash the like button, leave a comment, let me know when y'all with me, and share this video. If y'all with me, if y'all rocking with me, let's finish this video up.
Down. All of that social justice initiative, they are not in tune with the people. They're not. If you ask me what I see, they're not. Like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next video.
Yeah, look, y'all can check out his channel and like and subscribe and all that stuff to his stuff if you like it. You know what I'm saying? Again, like I said, I listen to what he has to say. Some of the times, he misses me with a lot of stuff, like I said, about the whole like blue team, red team shit. I'm not with that. I'm with the truth. All right, I'm with the truth. And I don't pick and choose when I want to acknowledge the truth. All right, it's all the time, everywhere. All right. So please do me a favor, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments below. Let me know if you want me to do some more videos covering topics that Officer Tatum covers. All right, y'all. Peace.